Let's go, champ. It's the champ, Shannon the Cannon Briggs, and you're watching True School Sports. Let's go, champ.
How's it going, guys? I hope you're all well. I'm back at Wembley a year after the big fight with the main man, Wladimir Klitschko. It's an empty arena, but there was one man lurking. Look who I found.
And still got it. And obsessed. We just shot the documentary. We ask each other questions 1 year later. We just met here a year later.
Yeah.
And there are questions and answers and a lot more. You can watch it on that documentary. Tune up.
Make sure you tune in. It's exclusive, it's good, and it's all behind the scenes, man.
Cheers.
Peace.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, as you guys just saw there in the clip, because right now, as I'm dropping this video, it's Tuesday, so I'm a little late, but still, I feel like this fight is definitely worth giving its proper due, because we did cover this fight on YouTube a year ago, and it was one of the best heavyweight fights of the modern era. So let's talk about it, man. Anthony Joshua versus Wladimir Klitschko. Sunday, the 29th, was the 1-year anniversary of Wladimir Klitschko versus Anthony Joshua at Wembley Stadium. There was 100,000 seats, and the fight ultimately ended with Anthony Joshua earning a 11th round TKO victory over the older Wladimir Klitschko. But it was a great fight, man. This was a fight where we saw the coming of age of Anthony Joshua. This was his 19th fight, and he was taking on a guy in Klitschko who, obviously, let's not kid ourselves. This is the same Wladimir Klitschko that did get outboxed by Tyson Fury, but coming out the heels of that loss to Tyson Fury, you knew you were going to get a very focused, you're going to get a very in shape game, Wladimir Klitschko, and that's what we saw. We saw a Klitschko that was able to put Joshua in a lot of just trouble, a lot of adversity, and Klitschko was actually able to put Joshua down in the 6th round, and he asked some serious questions of Joshua. And from many parts of that fight, he thought you thought Klitschko would probably win that fight. He looked like it was heading in that direction, but Joshua showed the ability to, dig deep, show some character, show some grit, chomp down, and grind out a very tough victory in a very high pressure situation. To be in your 19th fight, Wembley Stadium, 100,000 tickets. What was it? 1.2 million pay-per-view buys in the UK, which broke the record for Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather over there. Big spotlight on this kid Anthony Joshua, and it all could have came crashing down had Klitschko won that fight. And he was able to rise. He was able to rise above all that, and the way he got the win was just nothing short of sensational. Getting about the canvas, the uppercut he hit Wladimir with in the 11th round was just one of those iconic moments in boxing that I think we'll be talking about 5, 10, 15 years from now. And I think it's really cool how Vlad has kind of, now that he's not in the fight game anymore, kind of just taking to Anthony Joshua, giving him advice, kind of coach, kind of being a consultant to Anthony. And you kind of see that now in those especially in the last fight with Parker and the way he's been fighting. So it's always good. It's always good when you see two top fighters respect each other, and that's what happened, man. I think out of all the fights I've had a chance to cover here on YouTube, and there's been a lot of them, a lot of fun fights we've covered here. From Kovalev Ward to GGG Canelo, Gonzalez Cuadras. There's been a lot of them, man. But I would definitely say that this is probably one of the most fun ones I had covering on this channel. It was one of the first ones I did a live fight reaction for, and it was just a blast to watch. So I just want to say, if anything, respect to these two warriors for giving us a great fight. I thought it was great for Vlad, even though it was a defeat. It's one of the crazy things in boxing. Like, he lost, but he really kind of won because Vlad always lacked that kind of signature fight, and he got it in this fight. He got it. He had some great moments, and he had his signature fight that every heavyweight needs. And it was a perfect way to close his career. Well, not perfect, but it was a great way to close his career, and it was a perfect way for Anthony Joshua to kind of now begin his reign of dominance in the heavyweight division. And since then he's beaten the likes of Carlos Takam, and he's unified titles and beaten undefeated champion like Joseph Parker. So it's opened the door for it. It really sparked a great time for heavyweight boxing. Tyson Fury got started a couple years prior to that by outboxing Klitschko in Germany in front of his own fans. So we can't forget that. We want to acknowledge that because That to me was actually a more impressive performance because he thoroughly outclassed and dominated Klitschko that night. But in terms of entertainment value, I think this fight is up there with, as far as modern day classes go. It was really, really great back and forth action between Klitschko and Joshua. So all I want to say is just thank you to those guys who put on a great fight for us fans. And yeah, man, 1 year later. So shout out to Anthony Joshua, shout out to Wladimir Klitschko, and I'm looking forward to seeing how everything develops with Mr. AJ. So let me know what you guys in the comments down below about AJ Klitschko 1 year since. What are your thoughts on that fight? What are your thoughts on just how everything played out? Let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. Like I say, every video, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just here from doing it. So until next time, take care, guys.